You wrote the list this morning. 12 tasks. You've finished 4. But somehow, you're more tired now than when you had all 12. That's not exhaustion from working. That's exhaustion from carrying. In 1927, a psychologist named Bluma Zygarnik sat in a Vienna cafe, watching waiters. She noticed something odd. Waiters could recall complex, unpaid orders in perfect detail. But the second a bill was paid, the memory vanished. Completely. Instantly. Why would a finished task disappear from memory faster than an unfinished one? Zygarnik took the question into a lab. She gave people simple tasks. Puzzles. Small assignments. Some people finished their tasks. Others were interrupted before completing them. Later, she asked everyone to recall what they'd worked on. The people who were interrupted remembered almost twice as much detail. The unfinished tasks weren't forgotten. They were being held open. Actively. This became known as the Zygarnik effect, and it explains something you've felt your entire life. Ever notice a half-written email sitting in your mind, hours after you closed the laptop? That's not a metaphor. Your brain is quite literally still running it. Here's the mechanism. Completion sends a signal that says, release this. You can stop tracking it. An unfinished task never sends that signal. So your mind keeps a thread open. Waiting. Multiply that by 12 open tasks on a to-do list, and you're not managing a day. You're running 12 background processes at once, none of them closing. Ask yourself, when was the last time your mind actually felt quiet? In 2011, researchers E.J. Mazzacampo and Roy Baumeister took this further. They found that simply making a specific plan for an unfinished task reduced the mental noise, not finishing it. Just deciding when and how you would finish it. The brain, it turns out, doesn't need completion. It needs a promise it can trust. Without that promise, every open task competes for the same limited attention. This is why long to-do lists feel heavier than the actual work inside them. 12 tasks means 12 unclosed loops, each quietly pulling a thread of focus. You haven't even started task 1, and you're already divided across all 12. Think about students cramming before finals. 5 subjects, all open, all unfinished, every subject shouting for attention. Focus split 5 directions before a single word is studied. Compare that to someone with a single, clear task. No competition, no division. Their mind isn't more disciplined. It's simply not fighting itself. Here's where it gets stranger. The Zygarnik effect doesn't care if the task matters. A trivial, unfinished task can occupy just as much mental space as an important one. Your brain doesn't rank the list by importance. It just tracks what's open versus closed, which means a single unanswered text message can compete for headspace against a work deadline. Unequal in stakes, equal in mental weight. That imbalance is exhausting by design. So what actually works? Not more willpower, not longer lists. Baumeister and Mazzacampo's research points to something almost embarrassingly simple. Write down not just the task, but the plan. When? Where? What exactly comes first? The moment a task has a plan, your brain treats it as provisionally handled. The open loop quiets down. Not because the work is done, because it's no longer uncertain. This is why writing tomorrow's plan tonight often produces better sleep than no list at all. You're not offloading tasks. You're closing loops your mind was still running. Try this. Next time your thoughts won't settle, ask what's still open, not what's still hard. Most mental fatigue by evening isn't from effort. It's from unclosed threads accumulated all day. Here's the reframe. We build to-do lists to organize our time. But every unchecked box on that list is a small, open file in your mind. Refusing to close, refusing to quiet. Whether you're working on it or not, the 12-item list was never a map of your day. It was 12 unfinished conversations, all happening at once, inside your own head. And the fastest way to think clearly was never to do more. It was to close the loop.